Oh my God, I just turned on my camera and I was like, what the fuck is this? I feel like I look like Ozzy Osbourne. Rip forever. Okay, so it's Lionsgate and I'm so distracted by this rat's nest. I just took it out of a scrunchie and I do not like scrunchies. I actually think they give me like the biggest ick of all the things on the planet. And I always was like, I'm never gonna be a scrunchie girl. And then I just sleep with them because they don't damage my hair. But I did a workout and kind of got it wet and everything disgusting. And so, oh my God, true rat's nest. All right. This Lionsgate, let's talk about it. Lionsgate 88, it's supposed to be a manifestation portal. It's numerologically, that's the one. The time where we tune into this infinite potential energy. And there's lots more. Lion, Leo, it's the time where we can use this power, this fiery energy to stoke the flames of our deepest desires. And numerology and astrology are tools that we can use if we want to lean into it. We can also call this shit in like whenever we want, in my opinion, honestly. Although what I do like about 88 and portals like this is that we all get to tune in collectively to a higher level of consciousness. Because I mean, I doubt you're gonna go out on Lionsgate, stand in your yard and say, I hope that this year is just absolutely fucking fucked. This year, I'm gonna be my most insecure little bitchy self. So I just imagine that all of us have a higher vibrational intention and frequency that we're bringing to the day. And that is also what gives the day so much auspiciousness and potency and power beyond just the day itself. Does that make sense? Some people would argue that that's not even true. They would really get into the numerology and the astrology and what all of it means and the history and the ancient civilizations and all that stuff, which exists and it's true and it's really interesting. So it's something to note. But for me, as somebody who believes in that, but also likes to get really real, because that's the only way that I'm going to get fully behind something, that is my explanation for why this is a really potent, powerful day. There's something in the collective. As a story, I just recently spoke about how I was in a cult once upon a time and what that experience was like for me. So tune into that if you missed that story. And anyways, one time in that cult at the retreat on the last day, and this is what I say about the collective energy. It's less about what's even like, it's just the collective. We create consciousness. We all believe in this one thing. So it is what society perpetuates because we perpetuate it, right? Like it's not necessarily outside of us. It's within us and we are carrying that energetic frequency together. And that creates a collective shift. It's pretty simple when you think of it like that. So, but my cult story is that on the last day of that retreat in that cult, it was so hot, record-breaking heat wave that weekend. And we were all suffering, no AC, complaining. And our teacher kept saying, it's gonna rain. And we were like, okay, no, it's not. Like, we're checking the forecast. It's not, there's no rain. She was like, it will rain. And so I think over time, we all kind of started hearing it and being like, I don't see rain, but I don't know, maybe, I don't know. By the last day, last meditation, we open our eyes after like 3 hours of intense meditation to our teacher on the stage on her mic saying, it's raining. And we open our eyes and there's probably 300 of us or something. And we look out the door and it's pouring rain during record-breaking summer heat in Southern California in the mountains. It was so strange. And we all went out and did like a rain dance in our white and like ridiculous. What a time to be alive, but you can picture this moment. And we're all like, wow, this is so powerful. And of course, some people are getting even more into the cult because they think that she's really the all hail and all be all guru. But I'm thinking to myself, even though I really was also into her at that point and thought that the cult was my answer to everything too. But okay. But then in an inkling in the back of my head and throughout time as I've looked back on that memory, because it is crazy. I still talk about that with some of the friends of mine who like escaped that cult together. That how did that happen? But of course it happened because the collective consciousness focused in on something, and we started to believe over time that it was possible, even if we didn't understand, and eventually it happened. And I really do believe in the power of that. I know that might sound extreme. Some people are like, bye, logs out of this video, never comes back. Fine. That's not for you, because the people who get it. They understand that we can make anything happen. We're all motherfucking witches. And I don't care if you're a boy, if you're like an 8-year-old boy, you're a witch too. We're all capable of creating magic, just being here. We are the magic. We are the consciousness. It's not outside of us, it's inside of us. And so that's why on Lionsgate, on an auspicious day where everybody is trying to up level, not everybody, there's plenty of people who are like, don't even know what day it is. They don't even know where they are. They don't even know what their like husband's or wife's name is. I'm not talking to you either, because you're probably never gonna find this video. But I mean, it'd be cool if you did imagine that person like wakes up, which happens all the time. But anyways, point is, a lot of people are calling in a higher vibration and frequency, and really what they're doing is they're tuning into their authentic self. Everything that we call in, that we think we're becoming, we're actually remembering. It's in you and of you. You are already confident, radiant, successful, and capable, and healed, and healthy. It's all there. It's just a remembering. It's letting go of all of the old conditioned beliefs and the things that we pile on, and the negativity and the stuckness and the stories that keep us from accessing those things that are here underneath us. They're here, they're in us, they're inside, they're of us. We are it. It is our infinite spirit. So when you're manifesting on this day, which is the day of manifestation and calling in whatever you want, it's supposed to be a really potent time to do it. Like I said, go do it with the intention of connecting with your truth and embodying that truth. What if you went out on this day? I like doing it in nature, so that's why I keep painting this picture of like someone in their backyard, like swaying their arms in the air, or like going to the ocean or a lake or the forest or somewhere in the desert, or wherever you can go with some space. Even if you're alone in your apartment in New York City, that's okay too. But I like being in nature because I just feel the connection of that cosmic pulse that's here all the time. I think that's why nature is so healing, and we all feel something there, and we feel restored there, and science is there to back that up too. So I like going into nature as just the fertile ground where I can ground out and set my intention. And this year, my intention really is to be completely more and more me. To let go of old stories, to let go of hiding, to become and remember my truest self. And that frequency is accessed most authentically and organically through play, remembering who your inner child is, remembering all the moments you've just felt truly free and laughed your hardest, felt your most joyful, had that flow in your life, excited, creative, inspired. Those are the moments that you are really you. And I want us to step out today on this Lionsgate day, embodying our most authentic self. Can you just stand with your bare feet on the ground, connecting to your breath and your body and you, feeling your essence, and let that light you up from the inside out. Let that be your prayer. Let that be your manifestation. Let that be your intention, because that the truth is the most magnetic thing you can be. So I know every time a new portal comes along or a new moon, it's like, there's so many things I want to be. There's so many things, like, what do I want? Success, or do I want romance? Do I want peace, or do I want power? Do I want, right? Like, if you know what I'm talking about, you're sitting there with your cacao, like, what's my intention of the night? There's so many things. Should I be surrendering, or should I start, like, finding more hope and happiness, like contentment? See, we can do that because it is nice to have a focus word, because they do teach us a lot. And when we sit with one word or one intention, we can really see a lot of amazing elements about ourselves that maybe we haven't seen before. And we can become much wiser and grow. And how about if you're just you, all of those things are going to surface, and you can learn about those things through play and through existing and through conversation and through creativity and doing what you love. Being and doing what you love, being yourself and doing what you love, is going to be the greatest quantum leaping super highway teacher to all of the things that you're sitting trying to manifest one by one. Because that's also a different mentality. It's like, can I fix this or call this in, rather than remember who I am, which is the most aligned magnetic frequency there is on earth. It's the match to everything you want. So yeah, does that make sense? And if you're afraid that who you really are is a piece of shit, I've had the same thoughts. We've all had that same feeling. We're all so afraid, like, of who we really are, or if that's going to be rejected, or if it's too much or too little or whatever. And I just want you to be brave and be yourself anyway. Because the true you is not for everyone. Because the true you is not for the true all of us is not for everyone. There's plenty of people here right now being like, this girl's so annoying, and that's okay. There's plenty of people that I see that I'm like, that's fucking annoying. And of course there's mirrors for us to be able to look at what we are resisting in ourselves or why they're triggering us and all the things. Yeah, that's the shadow work I would invite all of us to do. I really love that shit. But at the same time, you gotta remember that it's perfect. Just who you are is perfect. It's perfect. You have a blueprint that is you, and it's meant to be here. You belong as you are. And when you actually let yourself be as you are and remember yourself and do what you love and laugh at the things you laugh at and move in the ways that you move and wake up when you want to wake up. I know there's some culprit, was the word culprit? There's some nuance to that. There's some discretion. There's some, what is the word for that? I get it. There's sometimes you gotta wake up earlier than you want. Okay, I get it. There's the real world stuff. But also, you can create a life of your wildest dreams more than you even believe. Like, you might think right now, oh, I'm always gonna have to be in some kind of system or structure. And there might be more to that than you think too. Like, you have to believe in the infinite possibilities. You just have to, because we create it, remember? So yeah, my invitation to you and myself is this Lion's Gate. Can we show up truly, authentically as we are, wherever we go, as us, in our joy, in our process? And can we take responsibility for our own well-being, remembering who we are, being who we are, doing what we love? That'd be cool. That's the highest prayer. Okay, I hope you have the most beautiful, beautiful day. If you're new around here, check out my Lit and Luscious retreat coming up in January, where it is all about coming home to your authentic joy, authenticity, the highest vibration. They say in some studies and conversations, I don't even know how they track this shit, but that it's a higher vibration than love, to be yourself. So that is the premise of this retreat. Come home to your authentic joy. It's gonna be so fun and so playful in Maui. And it's only 4 days, but don't think that's not enough time to change your life. Sometimes it only takes 5 minutes. And it's about such good connection and play and sensuality and silliness and truly just self connection in a way that maybe you've never connected with yourself. But it's time to come home to you, my friends. And that's what this channel is all about too. It's my journey of coming back home to me after years of self-abandonment, people-pleasing, codependency, ignoring myself, ignoring my needs. And now I'm finally walking my own path that is so authentically mine. There's no blueprint. It's just me. And it feels so good to finally be free like this. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.